All right, last time, a bunch of weird stuff happened. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. Last time was all a dream. But I woke up in the moonlight. The moonlight woke me up, and I escaped the Elven village, past the sentries somehow because I am that good. But you have Find My Friends on your amulet, and that woke you up. And then you guys found me half naked on the stone bridge where we fought the spiders, and the spiders were all torn apart. And in my dream, I could smell the prey. That's not important. And tearing the spiders apart. My boots were torn to shreds. There was like this super cool, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. This full moon door. And I went in the dream, but then I woke up when I opened it. And then you guys came and found me. And then we went and we found the door. And there was this big ooze. And then we opened it and we went down there. And there was this heathen cave full of moon iconography and symbolism. But I believe in Vortor. And so that's not real. And then some shadows jumped out.
Some very real shadows.
Attacked you, and that's what happened last time on PeakD&D.
Boom. That's your side of the story.
All right, so last time on PeakD&D, we had these 4 shadow characters that we were having trouble with, and then Ravi did his patented spell duel, and it tied. And what happens with the tie is that a wild surge happens. And the wild surge happened, and I, Ravi, turned into a freaking young purple dragon with 30 hit points. It was nuts. We made quick work of the 4 shadows, and then we went into the next room, and the goblins peed their pants and basically just told us where to go. I squeezed really, 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 really hard through a spiral staircase. Don't really know how I did it. And then we met the Shadow King with Inara in a arcane circle, and I was pissed, so I just roared at him and tried to influence my way to a good initiative, but that didn't happen. I flew over to him. He turned into a dragon. I was like, what the heck is this? Serendipity. But then it was just him controlling it with some shadow things, and then Oren actually made the biggest hit on him and cleaved him in half. Spirally little retinues going on. And then we saved Inara, and she passed out. Oh, and the library started rumbling up.
Previously on PeakD&D, we defeated the Shadow King. Inara lifted the library in which we were fighting the Shadow King out of the earth into the forest canopy, which was now draining the shadow, and life was coming back to the forest. On Dragonback, we bring Inara back to the camp, only to find that everyone had been brutally murdered. We connected that to the Shadow King's shadows and the way that we got rid of them. That was very heavy. So heavy, in fact, that Julius broke down and needed a moment. Then we all needed a long rest. Julius came back, cooked us a nice meal. We had a nice long rest by the fire, and divulged some information. Some things happened in group that we are all the better for. So,
previously on PeakD&D.
The gang just got some really interesting news via a letter from Ravi's dad, Dadarian Atmar, that Oren had been holding on to, and the next day they're sort of dealing with the fallout of what do they do with this letter that says, essentially, Ravi is here to kill the Elven Oracle, whom they're about to set out on a journey to Gold Point with. The next series of adventures leads them in further into the woods that is still feeling the repercussions of the Shadow King's taint. Nope, not gonna put that's in there, I guess. Feeling the repercussions of the Shadow King's presence that is slowly receding from the forest.
His taint's receding?
His taint is receding.
Cool.
It happens at a certain age for, demi undead gods or whatever the heck they are. They were attacked by some wolves that were still being all crazy, and then they fought off the wolves bravely, catching one in a net. Who knew? And the next day they headed and went past an undead a mausoleum, a tomb, and a giant minotaur skeleton was alerted to their presence and busted through the doors, and Oren was about to bravely face him one-on-one.